This is a quick demonstration how to insert a sketch into a part so that you can use that outline to sketch around as a reference. It's useful when you're looking at parts that aren't necessarily square and that you want a representation to follow. In this part, we're going to insert a plate by starting a new part, starting a sketch on the top plane. And we're going to go to Tools, Sketch Picture, and then you browse to the picture that you want to insert. Click on Open, and it's going to insert this part onto that plane, or that picture actually. Then we'll want to take a measurement off of the actual part so that we know a dimension to use that to scale it. Once we're here, click on OK, then we'll draw a line between the centers of these two holes. And since we're working inches, we'll change the units to inches quick. Now I'll pull dimension off here. And I know on this particular sketch that it's about 45, so we'll move this to about the center. And the center there. Now, to scale generally when I've seen people scale pictures by just dragging on this and then they measure again in between here until they have it right. That's pretty difficult to do. So if we delete that picture and insert it one more time by going to Tools, Sketch Picture, then it's much easier to pull that dimension off and scale it by with an equation rather than manually dragging in the arrows. So here on this dimension we will do, well, first I measured in between these two holes, and this dimension right here when it's measured is 2.55, so we'll do times 2.55 divided by 45, so that's our scale factor. And then we'll click on enter, and it'll scale that down. We can delete this dimension then. You have to click on OK in the picture, then delete that dimension. Then we can zoom back in on the picture. And another quick useful tip is to change the transparency, and we can do that by going to here, click on the eyedropper, click there, change the transparency to say 0.84, click on OK, and that's helpful when you're sketching around this. So if we're going to sketch around, use this as a reference, we draw a circle there, hole there, and we change this to 2.55 because we've measured that dimension. And then we can quickly say sketch around here. If this is just for representation, it's just a lot faster than actually drawing this and taking all the real dimensions if this is just for representation. And this is a quick trick right here. If you, right now it's going to draw a line. If I hover over this and then pull it back out, it's going to draw an arc. If I do it again, then it's going to do an arc. So that's a quick way to, rather than going back and forth and clicking on the arcs and lines and so forth. So here we can make this tangent. about like that. Delete that extra line. We have that, and we could do extrude. Mid-plane, 2 inches. Then this is something that sometimes you wonder where your sketch went. First, make sure that your sketch is shown here. Then you can right-click here on the sketch and do show. And it looks like the transparency didn't work, so we can right-click on this picture. Double-click on the picture. Say full image is where I had messed up there. And now, if we click on OK, now we can see right through that picture. That makes it easier if it's going through two sides of the planes that you can see below there. So that's an easy way to use pictures that you can take with a digital camera or pull off the internet and use those to sketch around them for simple representations of parts.